Your tail to tape for our first bout of the evening is brought to you by Geico. Kaytlin Neil, 31 years of age. Maíra Mazar is 37. You can see there, Neil, as Kenny mentioned, is tall for the division. She's 5 feet 8 inches tall. Both women weighed in at the limit of 126 pounds. Reach advantage on both arms and legs, favoring Kaytlin Neil.
All right, let's go to the keys to victory here for Neil. It's got to be about her striking volume. Sometimes she doesn't throw a lot. She's going to have to do that here against Maíra. Also needs to be very aggressive and lead the dance here. And for Mazar, needs to utilize her striking variety and her takedowns in this one.
Andy Shepard will start the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New York City. Welcome to Madison Square Garden, and welcome to the PFL playoffs. Later tonight, 8 athletes have the opportunity to take a step towards the $1 million championship. But we start tonight with a special showcase bout in the women's flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's a stand-down specialist and stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125.5 pounds. And in 14 professional fights has earned a record of 8 wins, 6 losses, 5 victories, coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Maíra Mazar. And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She's an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125.75 pounds and holds a record of 7 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Linden, Utah, Kaytlin Neil. Your referee in charge, Tommy Santana.
Kaytlin Neil in the blue trunks, Maíra Mazar in the black and gray. Our first bout of the evening, showcase at 125 pounds.
Ready to fight? Ready to fight? Let's go.
Orthodox stance for both women. Maíra Mazar dancing early.
Yeah, Mazar very good at that in and out style. Nice leg kick there by Mazar.
Good combination finish with an inside leg kick there from Mazar. She catches the response from Kaytlin Neil and now tries to press her against the smart cage barrier.
Excellent knee there by Neil. She's going to be very strong in these clinch situations.
Neil trying to take advantage of her height and get those double underhooks. She's got double underhooks locked up now.
Great knee to the midsection there from Kaytlin Neil. Good counter wrestling here from Maíra Mazar. Used her hand on the chin and pushed up the throat of Kaytlin Neil, but she got back into a better head position. Framing on that face is Maíra Mazar. Right hand from Neil on the exit.
Yeah, and that's exactly what gave her that space to get out of there, Sean.
Hold that cage, get ready to go. Fast. Set him up. Yep, keep that jab. Simple 1s and 2s here. Level change, level 1. Check jab when she comes in, it's there.
Mazar may be a little smaller, but she definitely looks like she's the faster fighter out there.
Our betting expert Ian Parker has this fight as part of his Parker's parlay. Ian, who's supposed to win?
That's right. Oh, that's right, Sean. Who's supposed to win? Who we want to win? Kaytlin Neil. You know, she's got to stay aggressive. When she's throwing her combinations, she's looking good. In the clinch, she looked like the stronger fighter. As long as she keeps this up, I think she can get a win here.
Saw her land a beautiful right hand right as we brought Ian Parker onto the broadcast. We'll hear from him throughout the night with the betting tips. Good right hand on the combination there from Maíra Mazar.
Yeah, Kaytlin looking way more comfortable now on the feet. She's trying to use those long-range strikes. She's moving her feet, keeping herself at the right distance. But Mazar, very, very fast.
Mazar realizing she has to get in, get those hands off, and get back out. Kaytlin kind of standing, daring her to come in, and timing her and trying to catch her. Kaytlin reminds me a little of Chuck Liddell, the way he used to fight, just kind of dare you to come into that range with those long levers.
And that's what Mazar needs to do. She's trying to feint her way to get on the inside to keep Neil guessing.
Aggressive right hand there from Maíra Mazar. Let's hear from Paige Van Zandt, part of our broadcast crew tonight. Paige, you know a little bit about fighting at Flyweight. What do you think of these two women?
I do. You know, I'm in the corner of Kaytlin Neil, and her coaches want her to be a little bit more active. They don't want her to go in for the one kill shot, a little bit more pressure in the remainder of the round, and to stop throwing those low kicks because her opponent is looking to catch and go for the takedown. But I'm impressed by these women.
Thank you, Paige. Little stumble there from Maíra Mazar. She ran into the right hand of Kaytlin Neil.
Yeah, and that's been a few times that she's been rocked with a nice right hand. Kaytlin Neil showing that she is maybe the slower fighter, but certainly the more powerful one.
Good push kick to the body there from Mazar, who's still trying to figure out the best way to get inside that striking range without getting hit.
Yeah, she's trying to create some angles out there, but Kaytlin just following her, keep her lined up. Nice kick upstairs from Neil, and a nice right hook.
He switched stances to throw that high kick, and then followed it up with the right hand. Kaytlin Neil giving some different looks to her opponent. Overhand right from Mazar.
Mazar is so tough. Continues to press and back up Neil here.
30 seconds. Be first.
There's a nice feint into the entry.
Turn. Turn. 30 seconds. Put her on the fence now. Switch your hips out. Hard switch to your right. Kaytlin, watch your posture. Then turn her. The other way. Hit the bicep. And the inside.
Nice knee.
Yeah, that was a beautiful turn and knee there by Neil. Neil looking very sharp here in round one.
Strong moments from both women in round one. Round two next. Round two begins. Kaytlin Neil in the blue, Maíra Mazar in the gray. The outlaw Dan Hardy, one member of our broadcast crew tonight, as Neil switches stances again to southpaw. What'd you make of round one, Dan?
You know, I thought it was a very interesting one. Kind of a fight of two halves. You've got Mazar, who started quite fast, a lot of zip in the movement, quite busy, but Neil was just trying to find a range with her jab, and once she got that down, she was starting to land more meaningful shots. I'm leaning towards Neil for that first round, but it was quite tight.
I think Mazar has found most amount of success with her leg game, with her kicking game. Ooh. And every time she looks for that overhand right, she's running into the jab of Kaytlin Neil.
Has to kick to the lead knee. Maíra Mazar starting to find some other weapons. Mazar been the aggressor so far here in round number two, Randy. What does Kaytlin Neil need to do to capitalize on some of that momentum from round one?
I think Mazar's been aggressive and active, but she hasn't really landed a lot of punches. She's landed some kicks, and she's using those kicks to get into the pocket where she can land some punches. But she's eating leather every time she tries to close that distance. The footwork of Neil is keeping her out at that range that Neil wants her to keep her at.
Good low kick from Maíra Mazar. driving home Kenny's point that the kicking game has really been her most effective striking techniques.
And that might be her best shot at trying to slow down Neil and taking away some of her footwork, some of her mobility by attacking that lead leg calf of Neil. Calf kick is such a potent weapon that we're seeing here in modern mixed martial arts. It's very painful, gives you that numb leg, that dead leg on that lead leg.
Strong jab from Mazar. Paige Van Zandt, what do you think of round 2?
You know what, so far, being in the corners of Kaytlin Neil, her coaches want her to be more active, be first, because right now I couldn't agree more. She's waiting and she's getting tagged. They keep repeating, you don't need to worry about the takedown. The takedown's not coming. So maybe that's something that they train for, is to be aware of a takedown coming, but that's not really happening right now, and I do see her getting tagged up a little bit too much.
Neil trying to dial in that left high kick with the switch of the stance here. She had some success in the first round doing that. I think Mazar maybe has the read on it now. Right hand inside leg kick from Mazar.
Stick your combinations together now, Kaytlin. I need aggression. Let's go. Combination. Split one, follow up. Hook beam, follow with the 2. Jab back off of that, please. 3-1, follow it up. We got 1 minute. Yeah, go.
Final minute of the second round here. Maíra Mazar in the gray, Kaytlin Neil. Mazar maybe turning the tide a little bit in this fight. She has been the aggressor and was able to catch this kick. Can she get Kaytlin Neil down? No, but lands a knee on the exit.
Nice takedown defense there by Kaytlin Neil, and we've seen the striking volume start to decline there for Kaytlin Neil. I think a lot of it has to do with Mazar's in and out style, and I also think she has slowed down Neil quite a bit because of that calf kick. I think all it takes is one calf kick, and can seriously do damage, but you can see Kaytlin Neil not moving in the same manner that she did in round 1.
Mazar just not reacting to the Neil strikes quite as much this round. And we will see a third frame in our first fight of the night. Neil in the blue and Mazar in the gray. Randy Couture, are we looking at 1-1 heading into the third?
I believe we are. I think that Kaytlin Neil won the first round. She did that by the counter punching and winning those clinch positions. And we saw none of that in the second. It was Mazar getting off first and getting off the most. I have it 1 round apiece.
Dan Hardy, what's your assessment of the scoring so far?
I agree with Randy. I think he's absolutely spot on. You know, it's not that Neil can't win that second round, it's just that she wasn't busy enough. You know, Mazar came out maybe feeling like she lost the first round. She needs to pick it up a little bit. She stayed busy, keeps shifting her head off the center line, and she's just outworking her with volume. If Kaytlin Neil picks it up this round, she might be able to steal this back, but Mazar's starting to turn the tide in her direction.
Long right hand from Neil there did finally back up Maíra Mazar, who is not moving backwards at all in the second round. An exchange of leg kicks there.
Yeah, that was another heavy leg kick there from Mazar. Interestingly enough, yeah, she was trying to blade her stance, which makes you more vulnerable to that leg kick, but she was looking for that axe kick, it looked like.
She was baiting her to throw the leg kick. She could move her leg and use the axe kick as a counter. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, you can see a lot of the redness on that lead leg of Kaytlin Neil.
The lead leg of Mazar as well, the inside of the lead leg of Mazar.
You can see the live odds moving as Ian Parker referenced. Neil still a favorite, but a very slight one so far in the third round. There's that switch of stances from Neil. She goes back to orthodox. Maíra Mazar caught her flat-footed there for a second.
Yeah, Sabat kick right on the knee.
early in this fight when Kaytlin Neil was switching stances, it seemed like it was because she wanted to set up the head kick. Now I'm wondering if it's because of the damage on the lead leg that she's hiding it in the back end of her stance.
Yeah, to me, I mean, she's definitely not stepping in the same manner. She's moving way more gingerly than she did before. Mazar has definitely done some damage to the quad and to the calf as well. And that's what Kaytlin needs to do. She needs to throw that jab and double and triple up on it.
And then follow it with that hook or that right hand. Just needs to produce more. She needs to put more out there.
Yep. That was one of the keys for Kaytlin Neil, striking volume.
Three minutes gone here in the third round as we listen into Mazar's corner.
Uh-oh.
Yeah! Keep the distance, keep coming. Keep coming.
Faltam 2 minutos.
2 minutes to go.
Multilingual corner there from Maíra Mazar, who continues with the aggression.
And this has been a very tight round.
Overhand right.
Yeah, big shot.
Sorry, Ken, she's been trying to dial it in all fight. Finally got it here in the third.
Yeah, definitely. She started to find her range with her hands in round 2, and she continues to land those combinations.
She does a great job of getting in, getting her job done, and getting back out of there.
Oh, nice knee!
Looks like Mazar stumbled backward, but then she gets right back on the bicycle and comes forward.
Yeah, Kaytlin's not out of this yet. She just complicated the score that much more. Again, landing some nice knees.
And this time Mazar with the left hand backs up Kaytlin Neil. Little blood from the nose of Maíra Mazar. Very tight fight. Those single significant strikes could be huge on judges' scorecards.
Definitely see that leg of Neil is compromised. Takedown attempt by Neil. She tries to step across. Mazar's not having it. Mazar using that whizzer, trying to stay on her feet.
Wow, what a close to the round. Wow. Kaytlin Neil with the flurry, Mazar with the takedown attempt.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Darrell Porter scores about 29-28 for Neil. Robert Axissa scores about 29-28 for Mazar. And Judge Chris Belinsky scores about 29-28. For your winner, via split decision, Maíra Mazar!
Dan Hardy's inside the smart cage with our winner.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Maíra Mazar. That was a very hard-fought battle. You were just saying it was a really hard fight. You enjoyed it, though. You seem to have a lot of fun in it.
I enjoyed so much. It was so much fun. I like her. Here is just a fight. I respect her. And I work hard every day, despite I have fight or not. The guys in Extreme Culture, they know I work every single day so hard. So I put the work and pay off. I'm so, so happy. And thank you so much, Kaytlin. And your eyelashes look so pretty, and because everybody make funny, and like, I'm so happy. I'm just happy. Thank you so much, and thank you, New York. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much. And in the fight, it's 1-on-1. So people boo. She has a lot of followers, but here's 2 women with 2 arms and 2 legs.
So talk to me about the feeling when you were getting the judges' scorecards. How confident were you that you got the win? And what do you think made a difference in the fight to get the nod on the scorecards?
So I was a bit worried because I know it was like very close, but I think I keep the distance. I kept my distance, and when I was close, I was super close. When I was far, she couldn't kick me so much. She's a very good kicker, so like I was controlling the distance a lot. So I think it is. I think that's it. Yeah. Can I say something in Portuguese? Brasil, muito obrigada. Obrigada, pessoal que está assistindo o canal Combate. Obrigada, família. Obrigada, meus amigos. Obrigada a todo mundo que está torcendo por mim. Eu amo vocês. Meu país do coração e sempre vai ser.
Ladies and gentlemen, Maíra Mazar.